This summer, I had my chin set up high. This sentiment that all I had ever longed for could be mine invaded my body. Adventure, friendship, and learning, they were all mine to take. After all, I felt ready to explore the best of Vancouver, a foreign city I had always dreamed of, and had made amazing new friends on my first day there. Some were from different states, others from many different countries. I truly felt like nothing could ever deter me from enjoying my summer to the fullest. Except there was something else that made its way into my trip. On only the first day of this amazing new adventure, I was in the worst pain I'd ever felt. To make matters worse, it was coming from my foot, making it so that every step was tainted by excruciating pain. I learned to walk with my toes curled back, never forgoing the use of my foot brace. My first thought was always just try to avoid the worst of it, which seemed like the most helpful approach at the time. I didn't know how else to react or how much attention I would need to put on this problem. Even when I was expecting some discomfort, I was completely blindsided to the intensity it would soon reach. Problems like these, that rise up on us without notice, they require us to react calmly, adopting a critical perspective on our situation, to be able to adapt or find a solution. As time went on, though, pain started escalating, and I found myself face to face with two options: push through the pain and hope it gets better, or go home. It felt splitting, and I could make countless tales about persevering through the pain and finding a miracle cure, but sometimes that just isn't possible. When one step feels like torture, and the next like your existence is being torn apart at the seams, either literally or metaphorically, something has to change, and that change has to take root within you. This can only happen when you find a reason for this change, an anchor to remind yourself why you want your situation to be better. My motivations were at the forefront of my train of thought with each decision I took. I desperately wanted to get better, and I realized that my first thought wasn't to make the pain go away, but rather that I wanted to stay. I wanted to keep experiencing new sights every day, cracking new jokes, and finding out more about my new friends' cultures. And this would only be possible if I made walking tolerable. Then came my lowest point, when I had lost all hope of ever getting better. It was through frustration and tears that the people around me reminded me that the fight wasn't over. Relying on others for support was not something I had greatly considered, since they couldn't fix it for me, so how could having them there help? But that encouragement pulled me out of that abyss of hopelessness, be it through their words, through their support, or through the shoulder that they lent me to cry on. When I had to face that two-way opening between staying and trying to find a solution or going home, I realized that what I didn't want to leave, the people I had met, classmates at the language school we went to, and fellow campers, as well as the air of opportunity I felt in such a different place, I wouldn't be able to get them back if I left. So after that day, I stayed, not knowing if the pain would recede entirely, but with a newfound resolution to stay. I have to get better, I told myself, and I'll do whatever it takes to make it happen. I found myself thinking back to this collection of moments for more ordinary situations that don't have either the threat of ripping pain or the promise of new sights and connection. It's for these situations in which I wish things were just a little bit different, and I am able to recognize it's in my power to fix it. It's on me to identify my circumstances, adapt them or to them, and find a reason for change. So this summer, I learned that resilience is not just that picture-perfect capacity of walking through hardships as if they were nothing. It's having the gall to recognize when we can't just push through it and opt instead to do everything in our power to fix it. Yes, Sometimes it may feel like we're unable to make a big enough change or need a stronger push to start creating it. But as long as we remember why we want to do it in the first place, the steps to change will not be far behind. So, today, I want to end with an acknowledgement. Because none of the positive experiences I brought with me would have been possible with the support I had during the worst. It was thanks to this that I was able to look past the uncomfortable, painful, or even bad moments and seek that change for myself. So, as a reminder to you, dear viewer, we are not alone. We can, and oftentimes should, try to rely on others for support. It can make creating change that much easier for ourselves. And working towards that change is just another facet of resilience. Thank you.